And this is also one of the favorite parts of the first act in Diablo 3. I love the setting. Uh, Music is badass. And it's also pretty refreshing because I just spent about an hour or two. Hang on. Ah! I just spent about an hour or two outdoors and in the game, and it's a different combat feel when you have like open spaces and it's green trees and stuff like that. Now I'm indoors, haven't been for a while, so and I love the colors too, so that's pretty cool. And I'm gonna try to talk about the monsters as much as I can, just so you guys can understand what's going on for those who don't know the game, who haven't played the game. These guys are pretty much cultists. They summon monsters, as you can see, and they're fairly weak. But if you leave them alone, they can be a pain to deal with. There weren't that many, like 2 or 3 guys here. And the monsters I beat before, like with the huge clubs, they're actually pretty dangerous if you're not careful. Well, pretty much everything is dangerous when you're not careful, but they can swing really hard. So if you don't dodge their main attack, they have different attacks, and if you don't dodge their main attacks, that's when it gets painful, especially in hardcore. And I say especially in hardcore because I'm not gonna pick that up because it's well, you get one try and that's it. If you mess up, you're pretty much screwed. And I don't pick up these journal because I normally do, but I'm trying to do a commentary, and when the game is doing like voiceover on top of me trying to commentate, it's kind of, well, it's distracting, so I'm not gonna do that. Oh, there's a chest. And frenzied. Oh, okay, that's pretty cool. There's a shrine. Trying to see if I can't find any monsters to kill with it. Okay, well, I guess I'll pick it up. That'll increase my attack rating, so I'll attack faster. And I'm already dual wielding, so that's all good. Oh, there we go. Silly zombies. So I don't know if you already noticed, but like the hungering arrow, this thing will shoot. Whoa! Will shoot an arrow and it'll bounce back on top of enemies. Right now you've only seen it just drive right back to the same target because it's always been alone. But when they're in groups, they'll jump around. So, yeah. Oh yeah, that's always fun. Oh, a rare pack. Okay. There's my vault. And there's my invisibility for 1 second. I tried to run away because I was in a tight spot. There we go again. The 35% increased movement speed comes in handy. These guys, I don't know what to say about them. They're they're just generic big monsters. You just try to stay away from them as much as possible. They're slow and clunky. Like, I'm running around because my character is fairly weak. Oh, there's a health globe. Yeah. So do I. Alright. And I'm just going to pick that up. Yeah, you just run around, because if I get hit... Although I don't get one-shotted, which is pretty cool. I'm gonna gain a level too, that's good. Grenades, oh, that's a good skill. What else? Chemical burn, okay, well I'm not using the impel skills, so I'm not gonna use it. Protection from... Oh, that could have been useful. So, yeah, the weakness of the Demon Hunter kind of shows itself, especially in Act 2, when creatures start to creep up on you and they just pop up out of nowhere and they pretty much kill you outright. Not too much of a problem here in Act 1 because the most common enemies you'll find are going to be like zombies, and they just shuffle around. So... I always like this part. And I say this part, like, this is randomly generated, but in the Halls of Agony you'll always find at least once or twice a section where there's like, I wouldn't call them traps because they're pretty obvious, but environmental hazards. And there's always a couple of ones, especially in the Kazam wilderness, which is the outdoor area. I was right before coming here, fighting the Moon Clan. Yes, come on, little fat zombie. Fat zombies are a nice touch. When you kill them, they're always, like, their top half gets separated from the body and they still try to fight you. As opposed to, like, regular zombies who just die. I'm just gonna kill them. Normally they, well, I'm in normal difficulty. In higher difficulties, they're a little bit quicker in the incantations, and they'll summon creatures and stuff like that, which sometimes is kind of worth it to wait until they do that. They summon stuff like this, the Hellions. I'm just gonna... See, there's a powerful attack. You can even see like their mace turn red when you do it. So, I always like it. I love the combat in Diablo 3. Well, pretty much in any Diablo game. The pacing has been different throughout each game. Like the first one is is a lot slower, although sometimes it feels frantic, but it is slower. 1996, what can you do, right? Diablo 2 is a little bit more fast-paced, and this one really feels more like an arcade game. It's basically... Oh, they're enchanting right now, so let's kill them. There you go. Yeah, there you go. Summoning portal closed. I think the biggest problem I have, which is not too much of a big deal, is you just got to be careful with it, is fighting right here. The wall you can't see. Like if this little guy comes here, I won't be able to see him unless I mouse over and just happen to mouse over and I'll see the text. Other than that, like I won't be able to see what I'm fighting. And some creatures, they tend to lurk around here in the corners like that, and some of them blow up, which is a nasty surprise, especially in Act 3. They I forgot to mention about my build. I'll try to talk about my build as I'm playing. Normally I don't have two offensive abilities. Well, technically I have three, but like you see, like there's different colors. I got one yellow, which is a generator. It generates hatred. I got two who are red, and they consume my hatred. And the other two are blue, and they're defensive and tactical, and they use my discipline. And so the Demon Hunter is all about dealing with well, three resources if you count health as being one of them, which I do. It's the most important one ever. Oops, wrong button. That's the problem with playing misclicks often. And I'm avoiding the fire traps because, well, they can one-hit kill you. Actually, maybe not in normal difficulty. But I am playing in Monster Power 2, so it's a little bit more challenging. But yeah, like I was going to say,